Hi, I'm Sam Zadora, and I'm inviting you to a very special masterclass. The subject is going to be Tantra, intimacy, and sacred sexuality. Now, for some of you, that might be a little bit out of your comfort zone, but I can guarantee that every single one of you is desiring and has a hunger for deeper intimacy in your life, in all of your relationships. And we've been taught to be ashamed of the most natural thing to us. In fact, I would say shame is the #1 thing keeping you from your evolution to growing into your deepest and best self. We have shame around our bodies. We have shame around our emotions and being vulnerable. And all this shame is really keeping us like living these small lives in black and white. And what Tantra can do is teach you to step out of those boxes and to live in Technicolor. And I want you to know that Tantra is not just about having sex. There's a lot of myths about Tantra, and people think it's something ancient or something so unattainable, or having sex for 9 hours. But that might be nice. Some of you might have a lot more things to do with your life. But really, what Tantra is about is something that's so much deeper and so much bigger and affects every area of your life, whether you know it or not. And that's helping you to connect on a mind, body, spirit level. Even most of the classes that you take or courses, they all tell you to change your mind, to change your thoughts, to change your beliefs, but they leave your body behind.
Imagine you're at home and your beloved is coming back from work. And you see each other and you love each other deeply and you would love to connect, but you feel that he's stressed, he's been busy working all day and there's just not enough space for you to connect. And you feel for yourself you're frustrated and also stressed out by all the things that you need to take care of. And there's just not enough space to dive deep together.
Hey, welcome. I want to talk to you about why we are overdue for a wild, broad-scale tantric revolution in modern society. So I'm going to talk to you first a little bit about how yoga's had such a massive impact, because Tantra and yoga are deeply interconnected. But Tantra in some ways is the next level for you and me to really take our understanding, our consciousness to sexuality and relationships. So yoga 30 years ago was fringe, it was weird, it was esoteric, it was scary to a lot of people. But it came at the right time to heal this mind-body disconnection that Westerners had had for several hundred years, where the body was seen as something less than, something dirty, something to be transcended or overcome. And when people started practicing yoga and it became much more mainstream in society, it also had a massive shift in the way that we approached diet, eating way more healthy foods, way more alive foods, and the way we approached medicine, realizing there was a really strong mind-body connection, and healing the body is healing the mind and vice versa. So yoga wasn't just about making us more fit, more connected, but it also changed a lot of parts of our society.
Tantra brings your body back into the picture. My teacher used to tell me, everybody comes in saying, I want to open my heart, I want to open my mind, but that the blockages are beneath your belly button. And what that means is that we have these deeper desires and actually desires and cravings locked into our bodies. And that most of us have been taught to disconnect from our bodies, to have shame around all these very natural things in a way that is crippling our lives, crippling your relationships, whether that's romantic relationships or family relationships, or really most of all, your relationship to yourself. Can you love yourself? And do you feel worthy of being loved and creating sacred sexuality and sacred relationships? Or are you crippled by too much shame? Tantra is really about awakening through your senses. So bringing your body back into the picture, flipping the script on shame. And I want you to just know that your body and the ability to feel, you have these fingertips. Just imagine your soul gets to experience this human body through touch and taste and smell and all of your senses. And we've been taught to numb those things that are literally the most sacred experience one person, and especially two people, can share together.
Do you feel like you would really love it if you could feel connected to each other wherever you are? And when you come together, that you don't need words, you can just look into each other's eyes and merge into a beautiful space of togetherness where you forget everything, you forget about the world and time stops. And the only thing that exists is that depth of connection, that depth of love. If this is something that you feel attracted to, then I'm thrilled to present you my online course, Tantra. This is your initiation into sacred sexuality. In this course, I am offering a lot of amazing information and some really powerful practices that you can do by yourself and together.
Tantra will give you that gift back of reclaiming how sacred those connections are. Tantra also teaches you, by releasing your intimacy blocks and shame, how to be present. When you're always stuck in your head and not in your body, you can't be present. You can't be present when you're trying to connect or be intimate with someone. And that's one of the biggest gifts that you're going to learn through this Tantra Masterclass. And the really amazing thing about this masterclass is I'm going to teach you not one, but multiple tools that you can use. And just in the masterclass, you're going to have huge shifts and like aha moments that will last the rest of your life. This masterclass is different from other masterclasses that you've taken because Tantra involves your body. And that's the thing that keeps getting left behind. So we're going to break that taboo in this masterclass and help you to tap into all that untapped potential that's been trapped because of those taboos. I promise you, it's going to be different than anything you've ever experienced in the best possible way.
Now, Tantra and yoga developed together on the Indian subcontinent for thousands and thousands of years, so it's not like you necessarily can have one without the other. Now, the one massive differentiation, because everything that you learn in yoga is very true in Tantra as well, is that Tantra works very much with sexual energy. So to be in a tantric practice means that you really have to become conscious with who you are as a sexual being, with what your sexuality really means, and with using your sexuality as a source of fuel, a source of energy in your life. So instead of working real hard to repress it or overcome it, Tantra really looks at sexual energy as a massive gift that we were given. And you can either choose to repress it, disconnect from it, or make it into a problem, or you can embrace your sexuality as this source of awesomeness, as a real gift, and actually use it to make your life way more amazing. So I'm going to share with you in this video how that transformation is set to happen and how you can partake in that to kind of overturn the legacy of shame and repression around our sexual selves and make it something that becomes really, really empowering, a gift to society. So I'm Layla Martin. This is the Sexy Revolution. This is the place to be if you want to create epic sex and legendary love.
And so I'm bringing those tools that I've learned to you. They're thousands of years old, ancient secrets that have been suppressed and buried and hidden because we have this taboo and because we have shame. And I'm so excited I get to bring these ancient tools and effective tools to you in a way you can apply them immediately in your modern life and to see breakthroughs in every area of your life immediately.
Now, the reason that I think we are super ready for Tantra to become much more mainstream is because a lot of us are still so wounded around sexuality. So even though you might have a very conscious lifestyle, you might be really, really up with your physical fitness, your breath work, your health, your yoga practice, all of that, there's still so many ways in which our relationships and our sexuality is still kind of left in the dark. And Tantra is a system which will really call you into bringing the same level of conscious awareness that you do to your body and your breath in yoga, to your sexuality and the way that you relate, not just to your loved ones, but to any other human being or actually all of reality. And I feel like that's not just necessary necessary to alleviate so much of the pain and suffering we've had around sexuality for thousands and thousands of years as humans, but to actually take our sexuality to the next level, to take it from being something less than, something dirty, something worth overcoming or disconnecting from, and to be able to truly embrace it as a gift. A lot of people come to yoga thinking it's all about asana and all about looking really cool in poses or all about building muscular strength, and then some of them start to realize there's something much deeper in yoga, that yoga is actually about so much more, even though asana is a gateway. Sex is very much the same thing for Tantra. Many people get drawn to Tantra because they want to have better sex, they want to have better relationships, and then as they go deeper into it, they wake up to the realization that Tantra is about so much more than that. But that isn't to say that going into Tantra because you want better sex or better relationships is wrong. In fact, it can be a really beautiful gateway to understanding much deeper things within sex and within relationships in your own life.
Now, all you have to do is to join. It's totally free, but you have to be willing to put your time where your mouth is. If you're tired of always saying how much you want your life to change, if you're tired about being stuck in the same relationship patterns, whether you're married or single, you need to take the time to join me for this free masterclass. All you have to do is sign up right here on this page with your name and your email, and make sure to choose your local time because it's the global masterclass. And then put that in your calendar. Just take that time, make that commitment to yourself that you're ready to finally break this last stuck place, this last taboo, and to really experience your life and live through your dreams and your desires. I'll see you there.